Hey YouTube, welcome back. This is Jesse Clark with Small Business Resources, and today I want to dive into Plutio. It's a project management application. I've been using it for a few years now, and it has come a long ways. I've tried many different CRMs, project management programs in the last couple years, and I find myself keep coming back to Plutio. So I wanted to share with you why that is and how long it's come, what new features are available. I am able to run about 80% of my business through Plutio. There's still a few features that are kind of driving me to use third-party programs, but those features are on the roadmap, and Leo, the owner of Plutio, is continuously working with his team to get those things implemented, so I'm hanging in there. I want to just go through the things that it does offer first. And those things I use every day with my web design consulting business, and those are client portal, task management, time tracking, invoicing, proposals and contracts. There's an inbox chat widget, which is really cool, file manager, and there's a calendar. I'm just going to go through what it looks like inside my own dashboard and discuss those briefly. Okay, so what I'm going to show you today is both the admin portal that I work from, and then what it would look like from a client side of their portal. So you can adjust all these things in the settings. So right here you'll see my admin portal. I'm just going to go into the settings, and here are all the settings that you are now able to work with. So of course billings and plans has stayed the same. Workspace details, this is where I'm uploading all my logo and all my info for invoices and the portal, etc. We have the interface, which I'm able to adjust the colors and text, backgrounds, etc. And this is new here. You can go into the Open Design Editor, and this is really cool. You can, for your portal login that your customers will see, you can design this, and so you can change all of these things. This is a really good, cool new feature. Okay, moving on down to email. Right now you can set up reply to domains and custom emails, so it looks like it's coming from your domain name and not Plutio. And then on emails, instead of it saying coming from Plutio, it'll come from your business name. This has been a little confusing at times, but there is documentation on how to get it set up. Just ask me in the comments and I might be able to help you out. Okay, so that is setting up your custom email, and here's the click here step-by-step guide. General settings, these are manage features availability workspace wide and keep your account clutter free from any features you wouldn't need. I've always got everything connected because I pretty much use everything. Okay, down here to notifications, I keep all of my notifications on. There was some task notification issues that were happening when you tag a client. They weren't getting notifications, and administrators were not as well, but this is fixed now, and I use this. This is probably the heart and soul of my business, is being able to communicate and be notified with customers. So this is working again, and it's awesome. Okay, so you can go through here and check out those settings. Don't need to dive in those now. Here's templates. You can now select templates. Plutio has come a long ways in the fact that very customizable, and you can make beautiful proposals and beautiful templates. But you could just see here's some of the templates I've created that you'll be able to see when I go into the project boards, the task boards, things like that. So here's permissions. So on my clients, here's all the permissions I can give them. So I want them to be able to just create tasks, which they can create their own private tasks or create tasks for projects. They can view their timesheets, they can start conversations, and they can view folders within their project. Okay, view project contributors. I don't always want them to see who else is on the project with them. So if I switch over here to guest project, or the example client portal, you can see here's what they're seeing. This is what your customers are going to look at or see when they log in their portal. So you have their tasks, which you can have timeline view, table view. These are personal tasks for your client. These are tasks related to actual projects, and these are tasks that they've been able to delegate or assign to you. So when I set them up into their portal, you kind of have to train them on how you will be communicating with them. So it's important that you do that. And then projects, they'll only see the projects that they're assigned to, that you've added them as a member to. You'll be able to see all of their invoice and their subscriptions, which is really great. All the proposals they've signed, any contracts, calendar, they're able to set their own calendar dates as well. So it's kind of a bonus that I set up my clients, and when I go to sell them, a web package, I am telling them, hey, you're getting your own project management portal, your own project management system as being one of my customers. So here's inbox that you can communicate with them right through their inbox. Sometimes they only want to communicate via email, but that's fine. They can reply right back from their email and it'll still show up here into the inbox. Wikis, you can create wikis and share them with your clients for it's like a Q&A or a training or whatever else you want to share with them. Your client can also go down into the settings, and here they can adjust some things for themselves. So billing, they can add their credit card here, credit card information, interface. They can go to light and dark mode, and they can set up their own notifications, tasks, calendar. They can share their calendar. They can connect their own calendar with their Google. So pretty slick. You can give them permissions on how you want them to work with the wikis from the admin side. So here's where all their notifications are going to show up. So let's go back, and this is into the admin portal again. So there's the permissions. You can go into projects and create all different statuses for your projects, label them, color code them. I've really got it customized for my own business. You can do under tasks, you can see how they show up. This is a new feature here. Right now I have it set up as inline on the right. So if I go to my tasks, I can just, for example, choose one and it shows up inline on the right here. Okay, but if I go back to the settings page and I click on inline on the left, let's see what that looks like. So now when I click on one, it's going to show up on this side. And then let's choose pop-up, centered pop-up. I go to tasks, and this is how it's going to show up here. I like the inline to the right. That's just how my eye moves. Position newly created tasks. I have it top of the list. You can actually have them go at the bottom of the list, whatever suits you. Reminders are here as well. A new feature that Leo and the team have created too is automatically follow tasks created by me and others. Here's the options. You can manually do it, automatically follow tasks created by me, or anytime a task is created in the portal by you or the client, you're set up as a follower. The reason I do that is, let's just go here, for example, to go to my tasks. You can see site updates, scroll to the bottom. This, myself and my client are followers on here. Now when I go to tag them under the comment section, I can just do the @ sign and choose which client I want to tag on there. I put myself and my client always as followers. That way no one is ever going to miss a notification when we communicate back and forth. When I tag my client, they are going to receive an email inside their inbox, their regular email. That way they do not miss it. They can reply back to me right from their email, and then I get that comment in here. So I may work inside the portal, but the client may just be communicating with me through their email. So however that works, however what works best for you. So let's go back to the settings. We'll go to time tracking. You can set up billable rates, so or set up different categories, so you can just choose what your billable hours are
and assign those when you go to start clocking time for tasks. Invoicing, you can see I'm using Stripe only. It's just what I do. I don't have any tax set up. Proposals, I've selected chat. You can actually have your messenger, your chat, available on invoices, proposals, anything, so clients can actually chat with you when they are choosing a proposal. Let's say they have a question, they can just send you a quick message. So if we go over here to proposals, or I'm just going to create a new proposal here, and I'm going to put test, and I'm going to put my test client, everything proposal. I'm not going to assign it to a project. I'm going to create this proposal. So now that I'm in the proposal, you can see it's right here. If I actually go and I make this a pending, and then I want to copy the link, I'm going to show you what that chat will look like. So there you have it. This is what your potential client will see, and here is the chat box that they can talk to you and directly through the proposal. And this works again with contracts and invoices. So they can do it all right here. So very cool new feature. So let's go back to settings. Going down to contracts, you can add the chat again there. Go to your inbox. Inbox is still being worked on. This is something that that it's on the roadmap, where you're going to be able to communicate via email right through bringing your Gmail inbox, Outlook, whatever, right into the portal, Plutio portal, communicate that way. Right now it's just set up as the chat feature like I just showed you. You can set up chat, put it on your actual, embed the code right into your website right here, and then you can have the chat feature right inside your website, and people can, clients, new potential customers can communicate with you right there. Once they do leave you a message, etc., it will show up here in your inbox, okay? And then once you have, for example, you can adjust this, and then you can view the conversations right through here, and you can even take a message and you can create a task from it. So it's a really cool feature as far as using the chat feature in the inbox. But what I'm really waiting for is that you'll be able to take an email and convert that to a task. So that's one thing that I'm really waiting on Plutio to go through to get to right now. Next, calendar. I have it synced up with my Easy Click Web Design calendar. So if we go right over here to calendar, you'll be able to see all my events, and I'm notified. However, I usually use my calendar inside Google Calendar, but I also have it synced up here, which is nice, so I can just create an event or a task right here, and then it syncs back and forth with my Gmail. Great feature. Here's the wiki. So looking over, wikis is a new feature, and I'm just going to go in and show you what it is. I've started creating how to start a business in 2020, and so I can click on here, and you can see that I'm just starting to design it. Okay, so if I go here to the setting gear, I can share this wiki with whomever I want, or I can limit the permissions to it. So if I copy this link, I'll just show you what it looks like. It's a work in progress, but it's a pretty cool feature, wikis. You can add, you can completely customize it, add videos, images, links, whatever you want. So I'm really liking the wiki. I'm just starting to play around with that too. Let's see, timesheets. This is just all of my timesheets, but if we go back to settings, custom fields. I use custom fields for projects, people, invoices, everything. This is one thing I was looking for in a CRM, project management program, where I can have unlimited custom fields. This thing has been a huge impact on my business and lets me customize it. Okay, so if you go up here to my projects, you can see that I've got a lot of these are custom fields, and then I can filter different custom fields. I can actually go over to this view editor. We'll take a look at this right now. This is a new feature as well. When you go into view the editor, looking at this, I'm right here on the table view, you can see these columns here. So the columns are what you're dealing with when you look at the view editor. So you can see I have the client, and I can move these around. Client status, remaining hours, tech block quantity, payment schedule, and I can add even more of these. As I add them, they're just going to show up here on the columns, so I can view as much data as I want. This is a huge feature. I'm very proud Plutio for coming out with this. It's been a huge help. And then I can actually even change the statuses right here in this dashboard. Love it. Alright, moving back to custom fields, API manager. If you want to get set up with Zapier or Integromat or some of the other extensions, third parties that require an API, you can do that here. And then of course I am involved with the beta program, so any new features that come out I can get them in my portal. Okay, so again we can come down here and look at next underneath settings, go to templates, and you can browse the template library. There's all different templates that people have been sharing, the stuff that they've done with project boards, task boards, proposals, invoices, you name it. And then here are my templates that I've used. You can click on the support and view the roadmap to see what Leo and the team have coming up next. What's being worked on, what issues, what bugs are there, what's on the backlog. So there's the roadmap. You can do tutorials, help center, send us a message. You can always just send in a message to Leo. I'm always chatting, putting in requests or good jobs or comments. And then of course here is your notifications. So that is in the settings. And again, we'll go through these again real quick. We can have the tasks here. You can have my task, project tasks, and then delegated tasks. If you have a team that you're working with and they're members, you can delegate tasks to them and then they're notified, etc. You see all my projects here. I have them on website active hosting. Those are certain filtered through custom fields that I have. Tech block only, who's set up with the tech block. Again, these are just services I offer. Website under construction. I've got one website that I'm working on right now. We go into here to invoices. You can have subscriptions, and I've got all of these filtered out through different custom fields that I like. Proposals, contracts, people. These are all of the people's names that I'm working with and their companies. And you can, of course, add different custom fields here, and you can filter those out. It's very customizable. Again, my calendar, we looked at that. Here's the inbox for different chats and the way I'm communicating with people. Wikis that I already showed you. Different timesheets. Different forms. Forms are a new feature that I wanted to go over as well. It's not quite where it needs to be. I haven't quite implemented it yet because I have no way to integrate different submissions to projects or assign those submissions to projects. So I'm kind of waiting on this to be tightened up a little bit and maybe some more features added onto it. But if you can look here and you can see how I've created my form, which is really nice. I can make it draft and then I can edit, and you can create different canvas builders, different field types, etc., and you can even go in and design the way it looks. But once I have the responses, let me go over to this other one I have, tech block request form. See, I have a response, but you can see I don't really have anything I can do with it except have that content in here in forms, which is okay. But what you can also do is you can actually copy or embed these forms to your website or to send to a client and capture their data. So that part is really good. Just after you get the submissions, there's not really much I can do with it. You go to files. This is brand new. You can actually upload different files so you can access them now within the portal. This is a newer feature, which is really great, even though it has some kinks And you can see here what I'm really hoping that they work out is I've got my own folder here, but it's kind of finicky. So I have mine here, and then I can go into my projects and I can have all the different projects that I'm working on. I can actually have different files for those, which is really cool. And then of course people, you can have different files for certain people. Okay, but one thing that I'm a little confused on is what I'm hoping they're working out is I want to go up here and let's say I want to just upload a new document and I want to browse files. I can browse it from my computer. I can record, which I haven't really played around with this yet. I'm not quite sure how that works. Google Drive, OneDrive link, and a camera. Okay, so if you're on your phone or whatever. One thing I'm a little confused on, if I go now here to File Explorer and I click on Easy Click here, it disappears, or it's an empty folder when I just know that I have stuff in there. And then here's from the main, this is files from all my projects, everything I have inside my portal. So again, files I think needs to be worked on just a little bit, but so far it's a great new feature. So that is Plutio, where it's at now, how far it's come, what you're looking at. It's great for the price, for the branding, and to run my business.
A true ticketing system. With my business, my clients send me emails and I need to turn those emails into tasks. That's not quite there yet. You can use workarounds like Zapier and Integromat, but it's really not a true ticketing system. I believe it's on the roadmap and it is coming, but right now those are things that I'm just kind of having to take that extra step to turn email task requests into tasks inside Plutio. The second one is financial reporting and accounting. For that though, I'm just simply have created an Airtable workaround that keeps track of all my Stripe payments and my outgoing expenses. There's a little more steps to take with that, but it's working for now. It's still worth using Plutio, even though I have to use those that third-party program.
I really highly recommend trying it out. I've researched plenty of project management and CRM programs over the years, and this one I keep coming back to, and I'm very committed to it, and I love it. If you guys go to easyclickwebdesign.com, business tools, you can see how you can get 10% off discounts. Use my referral link here, and I can also put it inside the description below that you will see. So anyways, that's Plutio.
So there you have it. There's Plutio, and please look down in the link. You can see my referral link. You can get a discount if you want to try it out or if you sign up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see my next review, my next video that's coming up, and click the notification bell just so you don't miss it. Thanks guys, and have a great day.